Our research is about the purpose of education and what people think about it. So we test whether public opinion is really as polarized compared to what a lot of politicians say.
The paper deepens the connection we recently found between Nash equilibria and Pareto optimality. We introduce a computational method that approximates all Nash equilibria of a convex game.
Our work, led by Aronima Malik, assesses the role of trade in progress towards the UN SDGs. Where we see a polarization among countries, this is mainly driven by the outsourcing of high-income countries to low-income countries. Our main conclusion is that metrics like the material footprint are an important means to assess progress towards the SDGs.
In this paper, we look at production offshoring, which is the practice of moving facilities from one country to the other. This practice doesn't make sense if the cost differences between the countries are minimal or brand image risks to suffer from severe damage. We developed a model that allows firms and policymakers to decide whether production relocation makes sense or not.
I hope our research contributes to a better understanding that the world is not always as polarized compared to what some people say. If you can take out some of this polarized rhetoric, I think a lot of democratic processes would work better.
We will have a better understanding what options are available for fractions with competing interests.
Policy developers around the world will have better means at hand to understand the relationship between national final demand and very local environmental and social impacts of resource extraction. This will allow them to design better policies targeting sustainable consumption and production.
We show that major cost drivers like regulations or tariffs are able to delay offshoring, but overly strict measures might hurt public welfare. So we hope that our analytical findings help policymakers to find more rational arguments to delay offshoring or to help repatriating previously lost production facilities.
I think research is like a fortune cookie. In a fortune cookie, there is a piece of paper with some advice or inspiration. And I think research should do the same. In the end, we should try to have some advice or inspiration for decision makers, for policy makers, for managers. However, just like with fortune cookies, we as researchers, we have to chew on some tasteless and dry substance before we can come to this piece of advice. However, that's worth it because in the end, by doing that, our recommendations can be more impactful.
For me, research is like a hiking trip with an unclear destination.
For me, research is like solving a puzzle without knowing the exact shape and picture of it, just having an intuition about the existence of a deeper connection.
An endless song, constantly changing in rhythm and style, volume and speed.
To me, it's a learning process.